Hey guys, what's up? It's Monkey. I'm back for another video. In today's video, we are going to be doing another Black Clover manga chapter. This is going to be 275, so yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it. We're going to see a lot of things happen in this chapter. I didn't actually do the last chapter, because, I'm not probably going to be reviewing every single chapter, but if you would like to see more of these chapters, subscribe to the channel, and you will get more of them as I will be uploading these chapters as soon as the English translations are out. So we begin this chapter with the actual explanation for how Yami and William will be sacrificed, and we find out that this is a ritual that's made out of a huge circle, a magic circle. And of course William and Yami will be at the center, and then the Dark Triad, Dante, Varnica, and of course Zenon will surround them in a sort of triangular position. That of course being the Dark Triad. Now we kind of understand the whole meaning behind Triad. And the Triad is obviously for the you've got three of them, but we're also finding out that they also have a different meaning. Now, this is really interesting because we find also out that all you really need to do to stop this ritual from happening is you just really need to defeat all the Dark Triads, who are all, of course, activators of the ritual. And that will just completely stop it and everyone will be saved. We then find out that the advent of Quillipoff will stop and prevent from opening the gate to the demon realm. So we then see Langris, and all of the other captains all running, and we find out that there's no guarantee on this, but there's also a strategy to destroy the Quillipoff tree, of course the tree, with anti-magic itself. For say, if Yami and Vengeance die by destroying the gate out of force, you guys won't be able to forgive each other, and each of them is on the edges of the magic circle. And there, by dividing into three groups, we will strike each Dark Triad member simultaneously. So we're finding out basically their strategy for how they're going to stop William and Yami from dying. They're each going to take on one of the Dark Triad, and hopefully they can all defeat each of the Dark Triad, and that will result in Yami and William being saved. I mean, it makes a lot of sense if you really think about it. And this is where I think that the Dark Triad is going to destroy some of these captains, because some of the captains are way too overconfident in my opinion, especially people like Jack and some of the other captains like, Rill and Charlotte. I do see a lot, and as well as Nozel, Fuegoleon. I think they're all kind of going to get their ass handed to them. Why? I just see it happening. It seems very likely to me, and I see Asta, Noel, and all of the others kind of coming in. I think the only one who will actually do well against the Dark Triad member is maybe possibly Yuno, because I am expecting Yuno to have his 100% Spirit Dive form, because at this point, if Asta has Union mode, how is Yuno supposed to keep up with Asta if he doesn't have the 100% Spirit mode? So I'm assuming that's what Belle has been doing. She's been storing up all this mana. He's going to release it all, and I guess going to the 100% form, I wouldn't be surprised. But we then see them arrive, and we see the Dark Triad not member, obviously a Dark Disciple, say Intruder, and they explain that there's you're probably going to encounter a Dark Disciple, and if that happens, someone has to act as bait, and you must then proceed to strike the Triads with as many people as possible. And now we get to the, in my opinion, good part of the chapter, the good part, which is the thumbnail. We've got the Dark God, or whatever you want to call this thing, basically Lich. It's not actually Lich, but it looks identical to the demon that Lich became, so I'm assuming they performed this ritual on a person. I'm not exactly sure who possibly this demon could be, but I don't think we're probably going to be told who it is. There is a possibility that, this demon isn't actually anybody, and it's just completely made from, the Dark Triad and Morris, their experiments. But there is also a possibility that somebody, maybe someone from the royal family of the Spade Kingdom, was, transformed into a demon. Before we continue with this, epic bit of the chapter, I do want to mention that episode 159 of Black Clover will resume back to canon, so look out for episode 159 of the Black Clover anime. If you haven't been watching the filler, then I recommend you, prepare yourself for episode 159, which will be airing, I believe, on January 5th or the 9th. I can't exactly remember. So we see the Dark God, and the Dark God is, the Dark God is, kind of just like moving about, and it's, on fire, obviously, because Mereoleona just kind of slapped it in the face, kind of just punched it in the face. And we see Mereoleona elaborate that when she, fought against Zagred, which was basically the last time we saw her, she got to know a creature that her magic didn't work on. And we see that Mereoleona then, trained in a volcano, and we then see Nut, who actually went to Mereoleona and said, I assume he went to recruit her, and she says to him, "I don't know who you are," and she then emerges, and that's interesting, the panel we got. I'm not gonna say what is happening, but Mereoleona is emerging from lava, so I really recommend you go and read the manga if you want to see some plot. And we see Mereoleona asks, "What brings you here?" And we see Nut explain that as of what I've heard, you're a really shocking person. But can you put your clothes on, please? Oh ho ho. We see Mereoleona say that Yami and Vengeance are, he tells her what's happened to Yami and Vengeance. And she says, "Oh, I don't care about those morons getting abducted, but the guys who did the abduction are actually interesting." And we see actually not explain that the best opponent to test that practice you made shall prepare you. Certainly, I realized that I can still get stronger. We see Mereoleona with kind of like this mana just pulsing off of her, really showing the natural mana that she possesses, and she's just bursting with flames. And she explains that she's gonna burn everything, and she explains that the first thing to do is, get stronger. And we then see this, probably going to be the thumbnail, to be honest with you, but she like gets this sort of flame form. It's like kind of similar to Noelle's Valkyrie dress. Now, I expected Noelle to be the only one to get a transformation that involved, magic, but it's pretty dumb of me to think. But it does seem that multiple Black Clover characters will be receiving these kind of armor-like transformations, and Mereoleona is receiving one. And now, this looks pretty sick in my opinion. I mean, she's kind of like encloaked herself with her mana that she was, bursting out everywhere. And it's really interesting the way she's kind of portrayed her power into this kind of like, I guess, like flaming armor. And I'm not really sure what to call this, but she calls it the Ember of Diment of Hellfire. And it is to kill the legend. That is what is written next to this panel. And the Spade Kingdom Resistance are like, whoa, what an enormous mana. It's as if her body has turned into mana itself. We then see this really sick panel of Mereoleona just jumping in, she looks like a fucking demon, bro. And she's like so sick. This looks so cool to me. She obviously isn't a demon, but she fucking looks sick. She just easily jumps over the demon god. She easily jumps over his hand and she just rushes at him, and it looks, oh my god, this is just, I can't wait to see this in the anime, to be honest with you. And she then lands another punch at this demon, who just goes flying back. We see this fucking Mereoleona's just got this fucking grin on her face, and it just looks so sick in my opinion. And we then see her like blast him in the face as he like kind of like falls onto the ground in like this eruption of flames, and she screams, "Sleep one more time, eternally." And mate, this is incredible. I mean, Mereoleona, we already know how powerful she is, and I mean, yeah, I was expecting this to be like, a kind of a, maybe not a long fight, but, I was expecting this fight to be, kind of tough, because, Mereoleona, she's fighting this creature that could possibly be on the same scale of power as Lich, but no, she had no effort with it. She just easily one-shot it with her, I forgot what the form was called, but I'm just going to call it the Hellfire form for now. So we then see the final panel, which is Dante, Varnica, and Zenon. And what's interesting is we actually can't see Zenon nor Dante's face. So we can see Zenon's face, but we can't see Varnica's nor Dante's face. And I think there may be a reason for that. Because we did hear, that the other, the Royal Knights or whatever they're called. I actually forgot what they're called. But the Resistance team, the Black Bulls, obviously just all of the Magic Knights have arrived at each of their Dark Triad respectively. We've got Yuno and Longris versus Zenon. We've got, what's his name? We've got Nut and, what's his name? Jack up against Dante, and then we've got Charlotte, and I believe that is real. I'm not too sure. That might be Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Charlotte and Real up against Varnica. So I'm kind of confused at these matchups. We've got Nut and Jack against Dante. So I'm not gonna lie, I with the whole and Langris thing, that's pretty obvious. I was expecting that, but to see Charlotte go up against Varnica is really strange. If anything, I would have rather seen Charlotte and Jack go up against Dante, and then I guess get Nut and Real to go up against Varnica. But I'm not too sure because honestly, Charlotte should be fighting Dante. I mean, Dante's the one who fought against Yami, and Zenon is also the one who captured Yami. So why is Charlotte fighting Veronica? I'm not too sure about that. If you know why Charlotte is fighting him, maybe it's just a choice by the author or something. But if you have a reason why possibly Charlotte could be fighting Veronica, let me know in the comments down below, because this is kind of strange to me. But yeah, we've got Nut and Jack fighting against Dante, which is kind of interesting. I was not expecting Nut and Jack to go up against them. And then we've got and Langris. I'm really hyped for the Langris fight. I'm expecting the next few chapters, hopefully, to be more focused on one of the fights. I kind of would rather we get like a 3-2-4 chapter fight of and Langris against Zenon, and then the next chapters we get Varnica and we get, Dante. I'm assuming Noelle and all the other people in the Elf Kingdom who are learning ultimate magic are eventually going to come with Asta, and they're going to, save the day. And one of my theories is that since Libe was able to pass through the gate to the Demon Realm, maybe Asta will be able to go through the gate to the Demon Realm. Maybe the Demon Realm gate will open, because I kind of feel like William will probably die. I mean, William, not a lot of people like him, so I'm not sure too many people would be that pissed off if William died. And if they really want to go with something interesting, I was kind of thinking maybe possibly Raya from the Elves could die. But yeah, those are just some theories, just some speculation. So yeah, that was this chapter, a pretty interesting one. I really enjoyed reading this. I am actually planning on doing a lot more manga-based content in the future. For now, we're just going to keep doing these kind of weekly, sort of every week or two, Black Clover chapter reviews, because I just really love Black Clover. This is, just a hobby of mine. I just really like reading manga. And yeah, I like making YouTube videos, and you guys seem to enjoy it too. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you drop a like down below. You don't have to do it, I don't really mind. I kind of just make these videos for fun. Subscribe if you want to see more manga content and more Black Clover content from me in the future. I am thinking about, doing more Black Clover based content instead of manga chapter reviews specifically, possibly. And then I'm going to probably do Black Clover manga like videos. It's kind of hard to explain, but you'll see in the future. So yeah, just subscribe for more manga based content on this channel, because at the moment I'm not doing too much manga on this channel. So yeah, hopefully you all did enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you turn on the notification bell so as soon as I upload. You don't want to miss when your boy uploads. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Laters.